Thanks for logging on to MyFoxHurricane.com. We continue to watch that same area now in the central Atlantic. This has been designated as Invest 91, and then that other tropical wave that was working its way off the coast of Africa over the past couple of days, that's looking a bit more impressive. Now, the one we're really going to focus on over the next several days is this one right in the middle of the Atlantic. You look at the satellite imagery, and it's still fairly disorganized, although you are seeing that one area there of some really well sustained convection with this. We're seeing maybe some slow signs of some organization. Now, as we go through the next few days, it's going to work its way to the north and west. Now, the issue is just to the north and west of this, there's some dry air. And so that may tend to inhibit some of the development. But even though we're talking about some dry air, some stronger wind shear just to the north and west of this, computer models, really all the major computer models, insist we're going to see slow development with this over the next several days. And so that's why we're really focusing in on this. Now, the GFS has been showing this as a stronger system as we head towards the end of the week and into next week. The European weaker with this, but really everything is very consistent on moving to the northwest. We have this east coast trough and eventually turning it to the north and eventually the northeast. So really who has to watch this according to the models is Bermuda, because Bermuda is in that area that it could be making this turn. So you look at the various computer models and you're seeing pretty good agreement, especially for a system that's still fairly disorganized. So you're not going to see that super tight clustering just yet, but there you see Bermuda up there. So that's why we have to watch this pretty closely as we go through the next several days. So here's the Fox model. We've got that first area, then the other area working its way off the coast of Africa. And notice as we go through the next couple of days, you are seeing some slow development with this. And what we're looking at is winds up to about 50 miles an hour. So over the next few days here, we could quite possibly be talking about a tropical depression or a tropical storm developing. And then this other area, same thing, same idea, either a short-lived tropical storm or a tropical depression, because the issue with that area is what we're really looking at is, again, we'll be moving into some drier air. And also as it works its way to the north and northwest, it starts to move over some cooler waters. So conditions aren't really favorable that one will continue to maintain itself. So have two areas that we're really focusing in on. And again, you look at the European and the GFS. Here's that area that we're focusing in on. Notice in the red lines, that is the GFS indicating a stronger system. So still pretty good agreement as far as the track as you go into Saturday. And then notice as we go through the weekend, that's where you start to see that divergence in the two systems, the GFS being stronger and also quickly turning it to the north and eventually to the northeast. A weaker system with the European and keeping it a bit more on that northwesterly track, but eventually turning it back more towards the north. So still a lot to watch with this system over the next several days, and we'll keep you updated right here on MyFoxHurricane.com.